Hey you guys, it's Megan and today I'm coming at you with a no-buy update. So this is my update from March. So I am 3 months into my possibly year-long no-buy and let's just dive straight into it. So this month was totally not a no-buy month. This month was a I shopped but I didn't go crazy month, and I feel like I very smartly shopped this month, and it all started on the first weekend of the month, and I went to the CCO with my best friend Alyssa and I got 2 things and then it just spiraled, but not totally out of control. And that's like the main point I have to talk about in this video, because I'm gonna do a new products video where I'm showing you guys all the stuff I bought and received from companies over the month, because there's just too much to talk about with you guys in this video to show that as well. But I feel like even though I shopped and I didn't want to shop because I don't want to like break my no buy, I really wanted to be able to say I didn't buy beauty products for a year. Like, just knowing that I potentially would have been able to say that was really motivating. But a lot has been going on. The breakup you guys know about, I told you in my last update, and other stuff that you guys don't know about has been going on as well. So I've been happy, I've been sad, I've wanted to reward myself, I wanted to soothe myself, I wanted to have fun, I've just wanted to do whatever made me happy in the moment. And if getting a really great deal on a product that I've wanted for a long time was an option, I was gonna take advantage of that. And I talked about this with you guys in a vlog and also on my Instagram stories, which I've been loving. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, go and follow me. My username is megfish8 and it's always linked down below. But I have really loved connecting with you guys on an instantaneous level on Instagram. So I'll just jump on, talk to you guys, show you guys some stuff, maybe ask you a question or a poll. And it's been so rewarding to be able to have that instant connection with you guys, because I film these videos usually days or a week in advance, and then when you guys are responding to me, it's not that same type of instant communication, and it's so cool to have that, especially on my Instagram stories. So I talked about my fail of a no-buy month this month because I bought more stuff that I'll show you guys in the haul video. But I don't feel guilty, and I don't feel like I bought stuff I shouldn't have, which is something very new to me over the past year. I feel like over the past year I've really changed as a person. I feel like I've really grown, just discovering who I am, what's important to me, what do I want to prioritize, and sometimes looking good is something I want to prioritize. And recently I've been kind of unhappy with my makeup. I look probably not my best right now because it's the end of a work day, but I just really wanted to talk to you guys. So if buying a thing here or there makes me feel good about how I look, and to me how I look gives me confidence, and so all these things are like interplaying with each other. And I think we've talked about before that shopping is such a emotional and psychological thing, and so we could like deep dive into my emotions and try to figure it all out. But at the surface level, sometimes you just want to shop. Sometimes you just want to treat yourself. Like last weekend, me and my mom went out to Ulta and I bought a few things, and it was so much fun to go shopping with her and roam around the store and decide on things that I will actually use, and I've been using all this week. And like this Essence Gel Liner, I have got so much enjoyment out of using this because it doesn't transfer up onto my like hooded eyes. It stays put all day. It looks gorgeous, and it was $2.99. And I feel like I wouldn't have been as happy with my eyeliner if I wouldn't have purchased this. And so those little things, they mean more to me than saying I didn't buy beauty products for a year. So I think that I am going to call this a low buy now. And I am going to purchase things if I want to, but very judiciously choose what I buy. And recently Ulta has been having their 21 Days of Beauty, which is like crazy deals, like half off of stuff that you probably would never get at that cheap of a price. So things that I use regularly, like earlier this week, they had a First Aid Beauty facial radiance pad set. So it came with the full-size facial radiance pads and other products for $22, when usually just the pads by themselves are $30. So I was not gonna miss out on that. That's something I purchase like throughout the year. So, and I only buy it when it's on sale, and usually the best sale that you can get is like 20% off or something like that. So to get 2 sets of them for $44 and extra products, I was like, no brainer. I'm obviously getting this. So I got those sets, and I don't regret that at all, because it's something I know I will use. And that is really, it proves to me that I am changing, and it proves to me that I have control over my money more than my money or my addiction to shopping has over me. And there is definitely part of me that just wants to shop right now. I have definitely had the shopping itch, and I'm very proud that I didn't go crazy and I didn't buy. I'm gonna go over the stuff I've been tempted to buy, and there's a lot of shit I don't need on this list and I will not purchase, but the old me would have treated myself to these things that will just collect dust. And the current me, the newer me, the, I don't know, the better version of myself that I feel like I am today, is only buying stuff that I know I will use. And maybe I will not use it completely up, but I feel like most of the stuff that I've purchased I will use completely up, or I will get my money's worth out of it. And it's not just like frivolous things that I'm like, oh, that was pretty, even though like this YSL Tintin oil that I got, which I'm wearing right now, these are being discontinued, and these are my favorite lip product. And when I feel like every time I love a lip product, they always discontinue it, and I'm almost completely done with my last tube of the Tintin oils. So this is beautiful, but I will completely use it up. I've used up 2, so I know that I love it, and it's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys will be able to see on the YSL website, they have free engraving on some of their products. So I got Meg's Makeup 8 engraved on this one. I love that so much. It's so freaking cool. So I've been very, very selective with what I have been purchasing, and that means more to me than anything else, because just like completely going cold turkey, not shopping for the year, I feel like that was kind of a I thought it was thought out, but I don't think it was fully thought out. And I think that starting with a low buy would have been smarter, even though January and February I was fine. I didn't buy anything. I was slightly tempted, but not super tempted. And then this month I just like, something clicked in me that I really wanted to purchase things. But I am very happy with what I bought. You guys will see that in the haul, like I mentioned. And overall, I'm just happy with how I think about shopping more than anything. And yeah, it's kind of disappointing. It's pretty disappointing that I couldn't even go the first quarter of the year without shopping, but whatever. Like, it's not that big of a deal. To me, it's not that big of a deal. And I talked to you guys about guilt in my vlog, where I feel like now that I've said I'm on a no buy, I feel like guilty for, I guess, like letting some people down. If you guys were really counting on me to not break my no buy so you feel like you can do yours, what I do is so different than what you can do. And if you want to buy something, you should buy something, or talk yourself out of it. Something that I do so much now that I never did before is that I ask myself, do you really need this? Do you really want this? Do you want to spend $20, $30, $50, $100 on this? Like, are you just shopping because you feel upset, or do you really need this product, or will you really use this product and get your money's worth out of it? Or is this a really great deal on a product you would buy anyway, and you shouldn't just pass on the deal only to buy it in a few months at full price. Like, that's just stupid to me. So I really try to question myself with my purchases now, and that's something I never did before. And there is part of that that is that guilty feeling like, are you sure you want to tell them that you bought this? Make sure that it's a good thing that you will really use. But it's also like, I don't want to disappoint myself and buy stuff that I'm just gonna pass on or have to return or whatever. Like, it is like a lot of different sides of it, but for the most part I feel like I'm doing so much better because I do question myself, and I know that I can be weak, and I know that shopping has been a continuous addiction for me since I was a kid. Like, since I was a little girl and would get allowance, I would spend that money right away. If I saved up for a Barbie, I would get that Barbie, and then I would be thinking about the next thing. Like, it's always been the way that I am. And so it's hard to go against how you naturally are sometimes. So you just need to work harder. And I feel like I've never gotten to this point where I've worked this hard on myself, and I have been hard on myself, and I have questioned myself, and have really tried to push myself to be a better version of myself and be a more, I guess, not impulsive person, a person that's thoughtful with her purchases and mindful. And we talked about that a lot when I was doing the KonMari method, is being mindful of your purchases, being mindful of what you bring into your life and into your home. And that's something that I think I've really practiced, especially this month. And yes, I broke my no buy, but I bought things that I will use and that I love. So that is kind of where I'm at. I am calling this a low buy from now on, and hopefully I will go months without purchasing. Like, I don't know where the months will go, but to be more realistic, I am going to be on a low buy for the rest of the year. And yeah, so I'll update you guys still every month to tell you how I'm feeling about shopping, but I'm not on a no buy, I'm on a low buy. So moving on to the list of stuff that I've been tempted to buy, because I have been tempted a lot. The first thing that I added to my list this month was the Clarins Instant Lip Comfort Oil. And I heard about this on Nisi's January and February favorites video. She was saying that she loves this lip oil. She loves the YSL Tintin oils as well. So when I heard her talk about that, I was like, oh my god, I want to try that. And I've wanted to try it for a long time. Will I buy it anytime soon? Probably not, because I just bought Tintin oils, but it is something I want to try, especially now that the Tintin oils are being discontinued. I would love to find a product that, this seems like a standard product in the Clarins line. So if I could repurchase that down the line, I would love to try it and see how I like it. So one day I'll try that, but not anytime soon. Then I had two drugstore foundations that have been on my list because of shades of Cassie. I really like her recommendations, especially a foundation. I find that her and I have very similar like taste in foundation and how we like our makeup to look. So she talked about the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation and the Almay TLC foundation. The Almay TLC is not new. That is something I had my freshman year of college, and now I'm 25. So it's definitely been around for a long time, but I think they like revamped it or something. So that's a product I know that I liked in the past, so I'd love to give it a shot again. And then the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation, that's been getting a lot of hype on YouTube, and it just looks so nice, and I like Physicians Formula as a brand, so I would love to try that, but I don't need any foundation. I'm working on the two that I have now, and then maybe I'll try one of these when I use those up. Then I have the MAC Tender Talk Lip Balms, which I believe Emily Noel 83 talked about. Her recommendations are legendary. I didn't add this to my list, but she did a video that I watched yesterday that was about these new L'Oreal, kind of like their Color Riche balms, but they're in like this pretty like crystal plastic packaging. They're gorgeous, and she gave them really great reviews. But she talked about the MAC Tender Talks, and that just seems so up my alley because I love balmy tinted products. That's my favorite type of lip product. So I don't need lip products, God help me, so I'm not gonna get those, but those did tempt me. Then the Physicians Formula Plum Rose Blush. Not only did Natalie from Flower Bomb 31 talk about this, then Lisa D1 talked about it, and I was like, oh my god, I can't take it. I want that blush so bad. So last weekend at Ulta, I took a look at this blush, and it's $13 for a drugstore blush, which is crazy. And it looked gorgeous. I really wanted to get it, but there was no part of me that wanted to buy a $13 blush not on sale. Like, there was no deal with it. Like, it was a no-brainer to pass, but it was very pretty. And then I ended up getting 2 Makeup Revolution blushes that were being clearanced out for $2.50, and they're not like the same color as this, but that kind of like filled the blush void that I was feeling. So the Physicians Formula blush I do want to try eventually, but I don't have that urge anymore. The Elta MD UV Facial Broad Spectrum SPF 30. I think I read this on Cup of Joe. It's a blog that I read, and she really likes this sunscreen, and I've had it on my list before, but I never bought it. I don't need sunscreen right now, so if you guys have tried Elta MD, let me know what you think, because probably in the summer I'll want to look into it, but for right now I don't need any. This is actually something that I might purchase, and it's the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream, and TT Sandra talked about this and said how great it was under her makeup, and I've been really unhappy with how my under eyes have been looking with concealer on them. And I think a lot of it is that I don't really moisturize under my eyes. I don't prep that area, and I don't know, this eye cream has just really intrigued me. So if you've tried this, please let me know what you think, because to me, it's a big decision to buy an eye cream, because this is, I think, around $40, and I just want to make sure that it's actually doing something more than just my moisturizer could do. So if it does give like a nice canvas, I guess, for under eye concealer, that's what I really would be interested in knowing. So if you use it in the daytime under your makeup, please let me know how your concealer sits on top of it. And then in that same TT Sandra video, the Glossier Stretch Concealer was recommended, and she said she loves this under her eyes, and I was like, oh my god, Lord help me, I am having under eye issues. So those kind of go hand in hand. I've never tried anything from Glossier, and I've been very curious about the brand, and I don't know, I have way more concealers than I need right now, because I have been so unhappy with how they're working for me. I don't know if a new one will just like fulfill all the dreams that I have, but the Glossier Stretch is a concealer I have been curious about. Then the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. This is an old school palette at this point. It's the one, just the 3 pans of cheek products, or face products, I guess. And the first person I saw talk about this was Jenna, oh my god, Duan Tatum, is that how you say her name? Anyway, she did a like everyday makeup look, and she showed her Hourglass palette, and that she just uses them all and then puts them over her face with a big La Mer powder brush, and I was like, I want to be you. So after that, I was like, oh my god. And then some of you guys were like, I do that with my Hourglass palette too, and you love it, and I'm just like, oh my god, you guys are killing me. So I've really been liking the Diffuse Light powder that I got a mini from Chloe for last Christmas, and so now I'm like, oh my god, Hourglass, why are you doing this to me? So that's something that has really been tempting me, but it's like 80 bucks, so I'm not just gonna impulsively buy that. I might add it to like my birthday wish list or something. Then this mask, I saw it on Sephora's website when I was sneakily online window shopping. I try not to do that anymore. Like, I try not to just go to websites just to like look to see what there is. I try to only purchase something or look online if I want to specifically buy something. But I saw this really interesting mask. It's only at Sephora. It's the Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask, and it's like a hydrating plumping mask. And then like the next week they were doing all these PR events, all these beauty people were at the event, and I never really heard anyone talk about it after the event, so I don't really know if it's actually good, but it has really pretty packaging. They're definitely going for that like effortless, like cool girl, just slap it on and you'll be gorgeous because you're already gorgeous type of vibe. I really gravitate to that because I'm like, I want to be cool. I'm a nerd. Like, I'm not cool, so I want to be cool. And this product just gave me that cool vibe, so I also love masks, so that was part of it, but I don't need a mask, so I'm gonna pass on that. Then NARS Impassioned Blush. Lisa D1 used it, and it just like gives this really pretty flush to your cheeks, and I really like NARS blushes, so that's something that I'm gonna just keep on my radar. Then the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Stick Concealer. Lisa also talked about that and mentioned that it was very similar to the Clé de Peau, and I was like, oh my god, I've wanted that, but it's hella expensive. So I swatched the Bare Minerals Stick Concealer at Ulta last weekend, and the shade, which is the latest shade, was all sold out. And it seemed like it was very full coverage, which is great, but I feel like it might still be a little too drying under my eyes. I'm not sure. So I would still like to give that a shot, but it's, I don't know. If I decide to get a concealer, it might be that, but I am just worried that it would be too drying, but maybe it's not, because she said it's like the Clé de Peau, so I don't know, you guys. And then the last thing is hilarious. This is literally the stupidest, most ridiculous thing I have on my list. The Natasha Denona Tropic palette. Like, no, I'm never gonna use that. It is gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. Just every time someone shows it on their Instagram or on their videos, I'm like dying. I'm like sweating and salivating. Like, it is so stunning. All those beautiful colors on the bottom row, like that minty, shimmery, metallic shade. Oh my god, I just want to die. It is so beautiful. But I will never use that. I don't care what type of fantasy version of myself I have in my head. There's no way in hell I'm ever gonna wear that. Like, no way. And I would love to, but I just know I wouldn't. And it's like a $200 palette. I am like off the deep end of crazy if I think that I would use that. Like, I know myself way too well to think, oh, I'm gonna buy this $200 palette that's colorful, and I know there's 2 rows of neutrals, but I don't care. It's still not worth $200 to me. So yeah, I'm just a psycho, but I know I am, so that's why I'm not gonna buy it. But that is everything that I've been tempted to buy. I am not on a no buy. I'm on a low buy. There we go. It's put into the universe, and I think this is much more realistic. We'll see where the year takes me, but I feel really good about staying on a low buy. I don't think that would be a problem. I don't have like a, oh, you can only spend this amount of money, but it's just like overall I want to be mindful about my purchases. I don't want to buy Natasha Denona Tropic palette when I feel like I want it. Like, just be realistic, Megan. You know what you would use. You know what you use all the time and what kind of look and products you use. And that is the type of stuff I want to purchase when needed, because, and this will be it in a few months or so, I'm going to be running out of full categories of products. Like I told you, I only have 2 foundations. One barely has any. The other is like less than halfway full. I'm going to be running out of moisturizers, cleansers, mascara. There's like categories of stuff that I'm going to be using up, which makes me feel amazing. But I also need to have like these good shopping habits in place before I purchase these like necessity products. Because if I wasn't practicing good shopping, I might just go out and buy like 5 foundations once I run out of these. Like, I don't know, the old me could creep up and take over, but I really just want to be very particular with my purchases, which I feel like I am being, and that just makes me feel really, really happy. So I've learned so much over the years. I'm continuing to learn about myself and about money and about just the way I want to use my money for the best way that I can in my life. Lots of changes are happening, good and like the negatives, but lots of really, really great stuff is going on right now. So I want to be able to reward myself in the way that I enjoy, and sometimes that is shopping. So yeah, I'm on a low buy, not on a no buy, but thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you stay tuned to see the stuff that I purchased this month. I have so many videos to do this weekend, empties, I want to do my inventory. I have a lot of good shit coming up, so stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe. I feel like I never ask you guys to do that, but if you want to, click subscribe down below, see more of my crazy face, and I will see you guys really soon. Bye.